Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about 58th session of export management, that is Export Credit Guarantee Corporation, its functions and its cover. In the earlier session we have discussed about Exim Bank, its features, its functions, etc. etc. Now the learning objective of ECGC is to know about the formation of Export Credit Guarantee Corporation, to have a clear-cut understanding of functions of ECGC and types of risks covered by ECGC. Now, the session outcome will be students will come to know about the constitution of ECGC, operations performed, and various types of risks covered by ECGC. Now, introduction, it was initially set up as Export Risk Insurance Corporation, ERIC, in 1957 by Government of India. Then later it was transformed into Export Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited in 1964, and in 1983 it is known as ECGC of India Limited. So it is based in Mumbai, and it is established to strengthen the export promotion. Then the functions, it helps in developing and diversifying exports. It covers the risk, either political or commercial risk. Both risks will be covered by ECGC. It provides financial assistance to the exporters through commercial banks. It provides range of credit risk insurance covers to exporters against the loss of export of goods and services as well. And it helps the exporter to collect and disseminate the information also, not only the financial aspect. It helps for the dissemination of information regarding the reputation of the overseas buyers, and it offers guarantee to the bank which will lend money to the exporters, and it provides overseas investment insurance to Indian companies investing in joint ventures abroad. And what are the risks covered? So it covers both the risks, that is commercial risk as well as political risk. Commercial, if it is in relation to trade aspects, so buyer's failure to accept the goods, insolvency of the buyer. What is political risk? It is due to the disturbances in political situation. Maybe there might have been a war, civil disturbances, cancellation of valid import license in buyer's country, or the cancellation of export license, or there can be restriction for the transfer of fund in buyer's country. Now, classification of risk cover, there can be 4 classification. One is standard policies, next one is specific policies, next one is financial guarantees, and next one is special schemes. Okay, now under standard policies, it can be further classified into 4. Usually it is given for short-term credit. So first classification is shipment comprehensive risk policy, next one is shipment political risk policy, contracts comprehensive risk policy, contracts political risk policy. Now the risk covered under the standard policies, as we have already discussed, it covers both the risks, that is commercial risk as well as the political risk. Now the second category is specific policies. So contract for export of capital goods or turnkey projects or construction works or rendering the services abroad are not of repetitive in nature. So insured by the Export Credit Guarantee Corporation on a case-to-case basis. Then under that, a specific policy can be for supply contracts. So it is issued in the case of export of capital goods sold on deferred credit. It can be of 4 forms, that is specific shipment policies, that is comprehensive risk, then specific shipment policy political risk, then specific contracts comprehensive risk policy, specific contract political risk policy. Then the next one is service policy. This is to cover the payment risk arising out of technical or professional services hiring or leasing to foreign parties. I have already said export can be export of product or services. So if there is any payment risk with regard to the supply of services, that will be covered under service policies. So if the service contract is with the overseas government, specific services political risk policy can be obtained. If it is with the private parties, then a specific services comprehensive risk policy can be obtained, and this policy covers 90% of the loss suffered. Then the next one is construction work policy. This covers civil construction jobs as well as turnkey projects involving supply of goods and services. And then the next one is financial guarantee. So ECGC, as the term itself indicates, it is Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. So it backs the lending program of banks by issuing financial guarantees. So if the banks is going to provide finance to the exporter, so there can be possibility that exporter may not give that money back. So at that time, that guarantee will be given by ECGC to the banks. So here, this guarantees can be packing credit guarantee, export production finance guarantee, export finance guarantee, post-shipment export credit guarantee, export performance guarantee, or export finance overseas lending guarantee. Okay, and if these guarantees give protection to the banks against the losses due to non-payment by the exporter, and ECGC charges from 5 paisa to 7.5 paisa per month for rupees 100. Then specific special schemes, there you will have transfer guarantees, loss due to political risk covered by 90% and 75% for commercial risk. Then insurance cover for the buyer's credit and lines of credit, and overseas investment insurance. So this is nothing but with the increase in exports of capital goods and turnkey projects from India, the involvement of exporters in capital anticipation in overseas project has increased, and this provides protection with 15 years cover. So in conclusion, we can say that ECGC Limited was established to strengthen the export promotion by covering the risk of exporting on credit. So it is designed to protect the exporter from the consequences of payment risk, both commercial and political risk, and to enable them to expand their overseas business without the fear of loss. Thank you.